Talking with the experts.
Welcome to Talking with the Experts, where we believe that success is a journey, and every journey is easier with help from friends. That's why we bring you top-notch experts and real business heroes eager to share their lessons from the road to success. We delve into new topics each week: effective marketing strategies, innovative problem solving, financial planning, and team building. We tackle everything you need to know to grow your business and keep it thriving. Whether you dream about launching your first startup or are a business veteran looking to shake things up, we've got you covered. With each episode, you'll gain knowledge, boost your confidence, and be inspired to take action. So, grab a coffee, make yourself comfortable, and join our exciting journey. You're not alone in this. We're here, guiding you, cheering for you, and celebrating each milestone. Let's turn your business dreams into reality, starting today. Here is your host, Rose Davidson.
Talking with the experts.
In episode 489, Manpreet Bawa shares with us all things self-mastery, mental wellness, choices and mindfulness in business.
Yeah, and the thing is that what happens is because we are taught that we need to do XYZ things and then you can relax. But the thing is, you don't need to do XYZ things to get happy. You can start doing those things now that make you happy and continue pursuing your dreams because, we have limited time. So if we just always are in the chase of that thing that we think will make us happy, we'll never be happy because that thing may not be thing because most of those things are being told by society, by the people, and everybody is so unique. What makes you happy may not be the thing. Certain people.
Talking with the experts.
Is starting a podcast on your bucket list? Unlock successful podcasting for your business with this 81-page ebook. From passive listener to raving loyalist, the ultimate playbook to mastering podcasting for service-based businesses. Get your copy today. Purchase for $27 for a limited time. Or find it at rose-davidson.com in the store.
Hello and welcome to Talking with the Experts. I'm your host, Rose Davidson from rosedavidson.com. Talking with the Experts is all about business by business owners for business owners. You can find it on all good podcasting streaming platforms and on YouTube. Now, if you cannot handle your own self, your emotions and mental well-being as a business owner, you will undoubtedly make decisions that not only business, but also have a negative impact on personal. Being an enlightened leader is a strength that should not be underestimated. My next guest, Manpreet Bawa, is going to be discussing with us self-mastery, mental wellness choices, mindfulness in business. And a little bit about Manpreet. He was born and raised in India and moved to the US when he was 23. He built his career as a software programmer and has spent 20 years in the corporate world. In his recent role, he has generated revenue of in excess of $14 million for the company that he works at. And while he had it all going externally, everyone thought he was doing okay. Really empty inside. He couldn't ignore the inner Western. So in his moment of awakening, and he finally asked himself, what if I die tomorrow? What would people say about me? We're going to find out when Manpreet discusses with us his topic. Manpreet, welcome and thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Rose, and I'm glad to be here. And it's lovely to be connecting somebody oceans apart. And so I'm glad you're doing this. And if my journey can be of any use to fellow business people, I'm happy to serve.
Yes, it is important that we share our life stories and lived experience, because that's how we learn, and if it wasn't, that's how we learn on a global basis. So when you had this enlightenment moment about, what will people say if you were to die tomorrow, what would be your legacy? What was your answer to yourself?
So you're asking me what would be my legacy now? That's the
Yeah, when
question.
when you had your moment of awakening,
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
system, what brought you to that point, and what was your answer to this question?
Yeah. So for me, somehow I always felt like I had this thought or a belief growing up that I wanted to do something great with my life. And I'm sure everybody has that. They want to be somebody. You want to be known for something. And computers or IT industry was my first way into it. I thought I was going to invent something that was going to revolutionize or change something. And but as I went into the workplace, I forgot about the dream. I was more settled into way things were. And from time and again, these things, you hear whisper, like maybe you're not doing, maybe you should be doing more. You dare to do something better. And so while I was following the traditional path, or what society teaches us is the way to do, which is get educated, get a good job, work hard, get promotions, get home, get married, get children. I was doing all that, and I was still not feeling fulfilled. Like, it was always about chasing the next thing, next promotion, next project, next deliverable. But it would always leave me empty. I always felt like when I got there, I was, it was like, what's next? Like, it's so empty. I've gotten here in the aim of that I will be happy. I'll have everything when I get there. And yet I got there, it was just for moments. It wasn't like, I'm not saying it was bad. Like, there was surely joy and happiness in there, but it left me empty in the sense that I had to now figure out, what do I do next? And I came to a point where I was getting tired of deciding what that next was, and how unmeaningful it was, and how empty it left me. Because somewhere in my belief, it was there that I wanted to do something for others, that I wanted to make a difference for others. And I had those whispers all through, but I kept putting it aside, thinking, oh, I need to make money, I need to get married, I need, all those responsibilities that come through. But when I asked that question, that if I die tomorrow, what would people talk about me? I recognized that, I hadn't done anything for anybody outside of my selfish needs. So at my work, if I helped somebody in my team to help them become better leader, or it was always in some way or form linked to my own performance, that, if I did that, it's not that I was calculating all that, but it was still in some way, form or shape selfish, because I had interest in their growth. And outside my family, I hadn't done much. So I felt like, I wanted to do, if I came here in this life, then surely there is more to it than just making a living. Surely there is more to it than just struggling. And surely if I die, if I did not make a difference, if I did not mean to somebody, what did my life mean? And that was my thought process of, around legacy. Like, what am I doing with my life that has an impact? And obviously, we all are doing unconsciously things that are impactful to people. Whether we know it or not, we don't know it. People learn, our children learn from how we are behaving. But I wanted to be a little bit more conscious about what I do so that it can make a difference in somebody's life. That's all started, all these things that started me looking inwardly. What is it that makes me happy? How can I be happy? Because if only I am happy, then only I can give somebody happiness. If I am broken, angry, frustrated inside, and there's no way people are going to enjoy my company. So that whole thought process started from this, that I wanted to do something that makes me feel like I did something worthwhile here.
You know, learning to say no to things, is that what does that help with the process?
Yeah, it's a process. So what I did to find out was I started looking back in my life, all the way back to my childhood till I remember, and I started to uncover things that made me happy, like that lit the child up, because I wanted to see if I was doing those things now, would I be happy? So I started to connect the dots, like what made me happy, because uh, 20 years in corporate world, you almost forget what actually makes you happy. You grab a lot what people tell you would make you happy, right? Buying a bigger car, bigger house, nice car, nice clothes. Yes, those temporary things can make you happy, but what is it that makes you so happy that you're not even concerned about money? You're not worried about anything. You're not worried about getting anywhere, that you are just there and you're happy and you're enjoying it. Um, and so for me, it was going back, finding that and trying new things. I slowly started to do small new things to learn whether I enjoy. I started learning piano. I tried it. I wanted to do it. And I did it for a few months, and then I recognized I'm not willingly putting time to learn it. I'm not. It's another of those things that it's nice to hear, but unless I am feeling this from within to just invest the time to become good at it, it's not going anywhere. So I tried, I learned a little bit, I left, I started doing meditations, and initially I was doing a lot of that. Then it slowed down, where it became normal that I could sit down and for a few minutes I'll be okay. I started reading books, I started going on walks. So there was series of things I kept trying in order to find where it sticks for me, and for everybody is different. The key point here is just going and trying, giving yourself chance to try new things and try it in shorter periods. So the ones that stick to it, you go and do more. And eventually, if something fails out, don't be ashamed, don't be judgmental, because it's going to happen. Some things you will just like any good movie, you can only watch for so many times. After so many times, you cannot watch. At least for few years you'll put it back and then you'll watch again. But so I think trying something new and then knowing that you may not like it and it's not permanent also, so that allows you to try, but also know if you don't like it, it's okay. Try something new, and that keeps your mental health really upbeat, because when you are trying something new, you're forming new neural connections in your brain. Your brain is learning something new, it likes something new, and that's the point about living. You want to try, you want to explore and experience things, and out of those things, some things will stick, some things you would want to do again and again and again, and that's how you find out what is it that you want to do with your life.
Yeah, I agree. I think now you have to try many things, at least a little bit, to find out whether they're the right things for you. But they have to bring you joy inside for a long period of time, not just for a little bit. I found
Yeah.
that, I love doing things with technology. They bring me joy and make me feel like I've achieved something. Or I do a
Yeah.
craft thing, I do resin work, or I do I do beading and make hats,
Mm.
and that brings me joy because I'm using my hands, I'm using my brain, and there's an end result. To see that I've achieved something. I can usually make
Mm.
something
Mm.
out of nothing, and it makes something beautiful. And anyone has that ability, but I guess you've got to find that thing that lights you up from inside. It makes you feel all warm inside.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is that what happens is because we are taught that we need to do XYZ things and then you can relax. But the thing is, you don't need to do XYZ things to get happy. You can start doing those things now that make you happy and continue pursuing your dreams because, you know, we have limited time. So if we just always are in the chase of that thing that we think will make us happy, we'll never be happy because that thing may not be thing because most of those things are being told by society, by the people, and everybody is so unique. What makes you happy may not be the thing. Like, certain people enjoy knitting a lot, certain people enjoy golf, and it may not be the thing I enjoy. I maybe just sit down and watch, ocean or the birds flying or art. So that thing of trying and doing something for yourself daily that makes you happy is so important, especially in business world, because what happens in business when you're trying to make it up and running, you want to make sure it generates revenue, is successful, because your living depends on it. But even during those times, just having 5 minutes, whether it's listening to music, reading a book, sometimes I just one of my favorite things that I do is having nap in the afternoons. Like when I feel like I'm not enjoying, I'll just go have a nap, because I know with that reset, I will come back better, refreshed, and able to do that. Sometimes we do so much and we do not take care of ourselves, and then it affects everything around us. It affects the business. If you're not happy inside, your business is not going to go well either, because you need that energy, that positive energy to do it. That frustrated energy will only make your business go worse. And I know people think that cannot be true, but it is. If you can only invite in your life that who you are. If you're happy, you will invite happy circumstances in your job, in your relationship, in your work, in your business, in your partnerships. So much of it depends on who we are inside. But strangely or sadly, there's not enough said and thought about it. That how much of what and who we are and what we feel inside affects everything outside us.
Yes, it does. I'm a great believer in what you send out, you receive back. So if you are always projecting sad things, then you will receive sad things. I'm very, I do believe in that. And I think sometimes it's hard for people to remember they need to have that time for themselves to allow the good things to come into their life and to make them beautiful. So having that little time away from your desk or whatever it is that you're doing in your business, and regenerate, like you have that, and that regenerates you. Well, there are things like that make you happy, bring you happiness, and then you can project that to everybody else.
Yeah, it is so important, because in the culture, the hustle culture, as it's known in West or in America a lot, is it's all about do. But doing, you know, doing is good, but being is even better. They talk about flow state, and flow state, or in the spiritual world, oneness. It's the same thing, and we all have it. When as a child, when you were playing and you lost track of the time, you forgot, those hours went by so quickly, but when you sat down to study, they were so long, right? That's because you lost yourself in that act while you were playing. You were enjoying it. And that could be done in business also, when you lose yourself and you start to enjoy, rather than coming with the energy of you're repelling things, because some things are not going your way. Then you're not in a flow state. When you're having conversation with somebody, especially when you're in a new relationship, you're talking to your would-be wife or girlfriend over a phone, hours go by, and it just feels like, oh, we just started talking now. Even at work, sometimes happens, like you're so engrossed in work that you forget to eat, you forget to drink, you forget about the time, and then you look at the watch. Oh, I was supposed to be going somewhere to pick up my children, but I am now half an hour late, because you were so focused. So what happens is the flow state, or oneness, or the enjoyment state, which actually makes you do things and achieve things better. All the sportsmen, all the artists, all the musicians know this, and business people have touched upon it. All of us have touched upon it, different phases. Like I said, as a child, as a adult, having conversation, or at work. But that, if you understand that principle, which is the flow state or oneness, is absence of two. And the absence of two means that you're forgetting yourself in the act. That act becomes the one thing that you're doing. When you're so focused in it and you're enjoying that act, everything just stops, like time stops. That's flow state, and we all can have it, more and more of it. But it's a practice of recognizing that I am doing something that I'm going to enjoy, even if it's not. I'm not saying, there will be certain things in your business or work that you do not fully enjoy, but they are part and parcel of that thing, and either you have to find a way to delegate it to somebody, if there is somebody in that business, or you need to find a way to learn how to enjoy those things. So if you're doing some mundane task, and you don't enjoy, like paperwork or something, the way to enjoy is put up some music, start singing, and you'll be done with that work. So you find ways to incorporate in your life so you enjoy, because once you start to bring in that joy, it'll not matter. I promise you, it'll not matter if you're making $1,000 or $2,000. Yes, I know you need it. I'm not saying you shouldn't be making it, but the main thing is what matters, that you're having joy. If you're having joy, rest of the things just come. They just naturally come.
Yes, yes, that is very, very, very true. Manpreet, have you got anything that you've got a course or something you'd like to share with us?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Oh, do you
Cut
have
down.
a course or a book or a podcast that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, so I don't have a book. I have a YouTube channel where I post my videos, which is, I tend to make a short 1-minute video so that people can, on the day, they can just get a positive thought or a reframe, and they can be on their way, they can apply. So I have a channel on YouTube where I post that, and I'll share the link, and then I'm available on LinkedIn for anybody who has any questions, who wants to know how they can change certain things in their areas. They can, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Yeah, these are the two ways to reach out.
Wonderful. Thank you for that information, Manpreet. If you were to give someone some advice, some words of wisdom, what would you share with them?
I would say to them that, no matter what world or people or circumstances are showing you in the moment, the results, if your relationship is broken or if your business is not going well, whatever is happening in your life that you think that is because of you, I just want you to know it's not because of you. And whatever is happening, you are bigger than that happening. Like if you give yourself that grace that, you are far bigger, far more beautiful, far more joyful, and just lean into, find a way to have 5 minutes of your time, me time, that makes you happy. Whatever it is, just if you can add just 5 minutes into your day, that is just for you. I think next year around this time, you'll be a lot more happier and you'll have a lot more fulfilled, successful life in a way that you would attract the things that you've been dreaming a lot more quicker if you just start to get 1% happier than you are right now.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Manpreet, it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much for sharing your information with us today. And I will be contacting you very, very soon.
All right. Thank you, Rose. It was wonderful going on, and thank you for everyone, whoever joined in. Take care.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Talking with the Experts, hosted by Rose Davidson. Make sure you have a look at our back catalogue over at talkingwiththeexperts.com. And be sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on any episode. We look forward to your company next time. Talking with the Experts.